Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to our June 2021 NAACP membership meeting. I'm happy to see everyone's faces. Glad I got my technology working. And we appreciate everyone's attendance this afternoon. We will follow the agenda as presented. Alan, just to note, for all the chairs that are not present, we will just skip their reports. I do want to take this time to acknowledge any new visitors, first time visitors to the meeting, if there are any. Okay, if not, we will follow the agenda. Alan, can you put the agenda up?
Sure thing. I'll share that briefly here and just verbalize it for those listening on the call. It's our usual order of business where we call to order with the prayer, minutes of previous.
Alan, I can't hear you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just on my connection. Can you hear me okay, Roxana?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can anyone else?
Everybody hear Alan?
I can hear you. I can hear Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's something wrong with my phone.
Okay.
Check your volume. Every once in a while, I will accidentally hit mute or something.
Sure. Or the volume, yeah.
I guess she can't hear me, right? If she can.
Okay.
Let me check.
Okay, Roxana, can you hear okay?
I can hear you now. I
Okay.
had something was wrong.
Okay.
I wasn't hearing one. Was everyone hearing me?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's the usual order of business. And then with the including the reports of officers and the committees. And again, if like Roxana said, that if a chair is not present, we'll just skip that committee. And then as for unfinished business, briefly talk about the economic justice empowering Pueblo's minority businesses. And then for new business, briefly discuss the National's 112th Virtual National Convention, which is for July 7th through 14th. And also item B is to being more present with city officials and county officials by encouraging members to attend city council meetings, county commissioner meetings, school board meetings. And then as for announcements to touch upon, the next Saturday's Juneteenth event at Bessemer Park, and also the Pueblo Town Hall meeting at Memorial Hall on June 23rd. Is there any other modifications for the agenda? Any additions? Okay, seeing none.
Yeah.
I think we'll proceed with that.
Okay. Okay, well, the meeting is called to order. We'll have our prayer by Robert Jones, Mr. Robert Jones.
Okay, may we bow? Our Heavenly Almighty God and Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for this day. We give you thanks for all the blessings that you presented to us. Now, while we're in this meeting, we ask for your guidance, your presence, and ask that your guidance would enable to us to think clearly and think logically concerning the business at hand. We give you thanks, praise, honor, and glory, and ask that it be done in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen, amen. Next on the list, thank you, Mr. Jones, for that prayer.
You're welcome.
We have our minutes of our previous meeting. Alan, do you have that, or I can just go over
for sure.
it?
We have Madam Secretary Soul
Oh,
had emailed, and I will bring it on the screen as
okay.
well. I'll just do my share screen once more. Here we
And I
are.
think we sent it out to all the members too, didn't? I'm pretty sure I did. I forwarded it to everyone, but
Well, what I'll do is I'll just just as a reminder for those watching and those listening, that our member meetings the video of our member meetings are available on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and type in NAACP Pueblo, you'll find a playlist for member meetings. And I have on the screen the minutes provided by Madam Secretary Sol Sandoval Tafoya, and I'll yield the floor to her for her report on the minutes.
Okay, so we only had, we did make a note that there were, I believe, was it 1 or 2 small changes, Alan? Some minor things on there that we went ahead and updated.
Sure, yeah.
And if you'll just kind of slowly scroll down, let's see. So we did have the police interim chief with us. He reached out, asked for us to collaborate with him, lean on him if we ever need him. He talked about, his commitment to making sure that, they did have a diverse, amount of people, not just applying, but also participating through the hiring process and how important it was for them. The community cookout. One thing I'd like to add about this is that it is on our Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook account, please make sure that you look up NAACP Pueblo branch 4005 so that you can actually, share with your friends, post it, help us promote it. I'm sure that we will utilize it as a way to communicate any details and updates on there. There it is. So if you were to click interested or going, what'll happen is it'll go to your calendar of events, your own private personal calendar of events, so that you have that as a reminder of the things that are coming up. Let's see, we went over May and June minutes, and the only 2 corrections were Mr. Lido is the finance chair, and there are free 1-year memberships, which are open to high school and college students. President Mack had a report. We talked about national trainings, that the library still has COVID restrictions. We still need an assistant secretary. National office has not approved in-person meetings. And in terms of our financial updates, Mr. Wiley did not have any updates. Let's see, environmental, Mr. Holmes, Dr. Velma Campbell, and Jamie Valdez joined the committee, so just an announcement. Finance committee had no updates to report. Freedom Fund, October 19 at the Country Club. Mark your calendars. The keynote speaker will be Congressman Joe Neguse. $500 for a corporate table, $50 for a person. No updates on legal redress. And other community leaders to become members, reaching out to school board administrators, DAs, city council, county officials. Political action reports that they did invite Ms. Renee Martinez from the US Census. We had her present to us. Religious affairs, Pastor Brown. Faith Leaders in Action is wanting to collaborate with us, so that came up. Dr. Patricia O'Brien recognized that mothering is important work and would like to hold a coffee for the NAACP when it's safe. The executive meeting took place on June 21st, and it's available if you click that link. We did mention the redistricting forum that took place in partnership with NAACP and League of Women Voters. Took place on May 12th at 6 p.m. Again, there is a link for that. Juneteenth starts at noon at Bessemer Park. There will also be a COVID clinic there. Kennedy encouraged us to support the Film and Theater Festival that was going to be focused on mental and health and mental health. addressing systemic issues in our medical system, how we can improve communities of color. And we've got his contact information if you'd like to learn more about that. And that was it. That covers it. Does anyone
Okay.
have anything they'd like to add? Anything they feel wasn't correct that we should update?
There are two errors that we need to correct. The Freedom Fund banquet will be October 29th rather than the 19th.
Okay. October.
And the Juneteenth celebration will start at 11 o'clock instead of noon.
Okay.
Okay,
Anything else?
that was all I caught. Okay, thank you, Sol. Did anybody else catch any corrections?
There might be a link if was it the May? Yeah, this link here for the May meeting, the video link, I will email it to Sol as well.
Okay, well, can I get a motion that we accept the minutes as given by our secretary with any necessary corrections?
I so move.
Okay, can I get a second on that?
Second.
Who was the second?
Bianca and Steve.
Okay, great. So it's been approved and moved in a second. So all in favor, can I get a vote by saying aye?
Aye.
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 Any opposers? No opposers. The minutes will be recorded and placed on file with any necessary corrections. Thank you. The next item is our financial report. Is Miss Peterkin, our treasurer, on the line? Is Miss Peterkin on the line?
I don't see her on the line, but she did provide the report. I'll bring it up on the screen for us.
Okay.
I move that
accept the
we-
Treasurer's report.
I heard a motion by Robert Jones and I think effectively seconded by Patrick Hurley.
Correct.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
No posers. I do want to interject that we received 8 additional memberships since the report from last month, totaling $240. And we received our a budget from the Freedom Fund banquet in the amount of $10,000 to include food, advertisement, everything that goes along with putting on the banquet. The expectations of what we will bring in from the banquet will pretty much offset the costs, but we do have the budget of $10,000 that we would need to approve. And last, I think that's it. Okay. Oh, I did receive a budget for the community cookout, the Mary Jane Neal Community Cookout for next month of $500. And I will be getting with the finance committee on both of those issues. Are there any questions on that? Okay, if not, we will go follow the agenda and go to our report of officers. And Miss Wiley is excused from the meeting. She had another an engagement that she had to attend. So the only thing she has is that the Freedom Fund Banquet Committee will be a meeting coming Wednesday to discuss additional items. As so noted in the meeting minutes, the Freedom Fund Banquet will be held on October 29th at the Pueblo Country Club. The cost of the tickets are $50 per person, $500 per corporate table. The theme is educate. Let's see, let me make sure what I got. Educate yourself to change the future. So just keep that date in mind, save that date on your calendars. The guest speaker will be Congressman Joe Neguse. We're very excited about him coming, accepting that invitation to come and share with us. So please save that date. Alan, our Lambert, our second vice president.
For the report?
You, yes.
Okay. Just all I had to report as officer is the Leadership Pueblo class of 2020, which we began. I was among, I think, 36 other fellow Puebloans who were organized by the Chamber of Commerce. It's a program that they've been doing for over 30 years. And Keith Madkins and I were part of that as well. And I think some of them, there might be some of the members who've been in the past and past classes might be members on this call. I think Bianca, you might have, were you in the Leadership Pueblo program in the past?
Class of 2010.
There you go. See, so yes, so we wrapped up after 2 years because of the pandemic that they had to delay it. So we were able to pick it up, and I just wanted to share briefly that the class project was pretty impressive because it involved creating a marketing campaign, a video marketing campaign for Pueblo, and those videos can be found if you go to puebloshares.com and click on the content library. So here's the site. So if you go to, so this is what it'll look like when you go there. You'll Pueblo Shares apparently is like the county and city set this up to also promote. So we're using this as the platform to share. So you go to the library, browse the library. It'll take you to a thing here. If you click on Pueblo videos, and then in there, if you look around, you'll encounter several of the videos that our class produced. And one of the individuals, Tyler Schoen, he's a great talented media specialist and photographer. He did videographer. He was the lead person that our class hired to do that. So you'll find, like, for example, if you click on Home of Heroes, there's a great presentation about how Pueblo is the home of heroes and all that. So it's a well-produced video presentation, talks about quality of life, family fun, schools. The class really covered a lot of ground. So I encourage you to look at that and explore that, and you'll find some wonderful content that you can also share on social media as well. So you could share it on your social media page like Facebook and Instagram and the such. So
Great, that's great work.
yeah.
And
Keith Madkins is one of our steering committee leaders. So out of 30 some people, we elected 3 of us to steer the whole thing. So Keith was one of the 3 who was the steering committee. So through that leadership, that class was able to accomplish quite a lot.
Well, thank you for that, Al. That was great.
All right. Well, that's all I have to report. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think Mr. Hinton is not yet on the call. Is Mr. Hinton on the call yet? I don't think he is. So if he joins us later on, we'll encourage him to share on behalf of his role as third vice president, but we'll move on the agenda. I think Roxana might have accidentally dropped off as well. So, Pastor Mac, could you maybe send a message to Rox? Oh, there she is. She's coming back. There you go. Okay. So while she reconnects, the next item on the agenda is.
Okay, I'm sorry. My video went out, so I had
Okay.
to come back in. Oh,
You're
so
good.
it's my turn. Okay. I just wanted to point out a few things. We're excited about the Mary Jane Neal Community Cookout for next month, June the 10th. Remember that this will take place instead of our normal July meeting. So please put this on your calendars. It doesn't mean that you don't have to show up. We need your participation. The cookout will be at the city park, the east entrance, the outdoor pavilion. It will be from noon to 4, but we will set up beforehand. So we're excited about having the food project. We'll be having a food distribution set up. We will have the COVID mobile bus to give out vaccines. We will have the police and fire department there to interact with our young people. They will put out information, games and sorts. We have voter registration that will take place also through the League of Women Voters of Pueblo. And we'll have a lot of free food and good drinks and games to play. So we invite you to be a part of that activity. So hopefully we'll see everyone then. We are continuing to update our website okay. We continue to work on updating our website. I thank Bianca and Sol for your help in these endeavors. Alan is bringing on great people in the communications committee, and we're just excited to get things updated and share all of our information to the public and try to recruit for what we do here with the NAACP. We do want to encourage everyone with an email address to go on to our constant contacts and put your register so that we might be able to get you the information that you need about what we're doing. Thank you, Alan, for putting that up. And we are hopeful to, by the end of the year, not be sending out email announcements, but using this contact that we have started with, the constant contact. It's just easier, and it allows us to ensure that you get the information and that things don't go to your spam or your trash. So please opt in for that. Also, we have been, as mentioned, we have been compiling a list of Black-owned businesses in Pueblo to help facilitate a discussion with the mayor in reference to barriers and other issues that have come up with them for economic development. So I hope to we know that at least 5, I think we have a list of about 15 businesses. And we know that at least 5 have opted in to join a discussion with the mayor. So we will move forward with initiating that communications and letting them talk with the mayor and telling them what their issues are, their barriers are, and hopefully we can resolve some of those issues as we go forward. The next thing is that we received our letter for funding from the city, the mayor's office, the city of Pueblo. Now we'll be getting with our finance committee to present or submit the reports that they need in order to consider us for funding for 2022. We're excited to be one of 3 entities that the mayor has chosen to screen the 15 applicants for the police. You know, the process ended on Sunday, and we were chosen to be one of 3 organizations to review the applications that were submitted nationwide and submit 5 of our top recommendations. We have commenced a committee of 3, myself, the criminal justice chair, Mr. Ron Wiley, and our legal redress chair, Steve Mack, to review the applicants and then submit our recommendations. We had really very, very good applicants that applied. We had 3 locals and the others were from all around the United States. So we're excited about that. And we will be represented on the interview panel. Mr. Wiley, our criminal justice chair, will be a part of that process also. And I wanted to talk about the National Convention, which will be July 7th through the 14th. It will be virtual. The theme is Fighting Forward. As I sent out an email in reference to delegates, and I did not receive any response, so we will not present any delegates this year. However, if you want to participate, there's a link that you can go on to register for the convention. And let's see, and lastly, the national organization has initiated COVID No More, emphasizing no, KNOW, as far as knowing more information, and NO, and no more deaths. And that's initiated to the Black population because of their hesitancy. So we will be giving out flyers, information in reference to what the vaccine is really about, and just try to combat some of the misinformation that has been given, so that people will get their vaccines. We know that in the news it's saying that the numbers are climbing amongst those who have not received their vaccines, and we know that our constituency is in that number. So we want to pursue that, and we will do whatever is necessary with the direction of the national office. And that's all I have for my report.
Madam President, just there was a follow-up question by Lori Kern
Yeah.
about in the chat. She said, how do we reach out to find Black-owned businesses in Pueblo and which businesses were identified?
We have a list of them. What we did, we just try to just between our contacts and the Black churches, the other Black organizations, we reached out to them and we try to find the list through that avenue. If Lori has people that she knows has a business, please have them contact us. It's like I said, we're compiling it.
I do have a list that I would like to share. And I was just wondering how we were contacting and reaching out to the people, because I know some of our newer Black-owned businesses, they don't have a church home, and a lot of them came from out of state. And so I was wondering if we were able to reach them as well.
Well, we may not have. I have a list, so maybe we can coordinate and compare our list, and we'll move forward that way.
Okay.
I would love for your assistance, your help with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you have my information.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So just contact me and we can work together. Right now, it was myself, Mr. Wiley, just trying to figure out how to do it. So I'd love for your assistance in that also.
Okay, I'd love to help.
Okay, thank you so much.
Both Roxana and Lori are well versed with the Google Docs. So I think if Lori, if you set up a Google Doc file that's in the cloud, that's private, like a private link.
I already have one.
Right, then you could, and then email that to Roxana, then Roxana can open it up and then add to it, and you guys, and that would be, I think that would be an effective way to manage it.
Sounds
in
good.
my opinion.
Okay.
Great. And then Ms. Lori, you wanted to you had a follow-up question in the chat, but did you want to go ahead and pitch that question about committees?
Oh, yes. If we could send out a list of all of our Pueblo committee leaders for the NAACP to the membership, so that when things happen, so we can know who directly to contact.
Okay. That is, I believe that is on our website, but we can put it, we can send it to our membership.
Okay, that way we can add it to our contact lists.
Okay, sure.
I think the website lists the committees, but not necessarily the contact information. I think there is a contact us page, and it has the phone number and the email link, our usual broad email links, but
it may just have the names of the committee chairs, and then you would contact the NAACP website to. But yes, we can work on that, Lori.
Okay, that would just be like for the members, not for the general public.
Okay.
I think I noticed that the Women's Committee is not listed there.
When's it should be listed.
Oh, okay.
I will check on it to make sure, but it should be listed.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, it's not yet listed on the website, but I think we all can agree that it should be on there.
Correct.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so those were all the follow-up questions as far as currently. So Kathy, did you have, you indicated you had an announcement. Was the announcements pertaining to any committees, or do you want to wait till the end of the call?
At the end.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Okay, we'll continue with the agenda. Madam
Okay.
President.
Now we'll have reports of our committees. Mr. Lambert, do you have anything else to report with communications?
Let's see, just really briefly, again, just as a reminder, just to kind of reemphasize the importance of if you have social media, if you use that, to go to Facebook and just type in Pueblo NAACP. It'll take you to our branch and you can follow there. And again, the updates, the email system, because the reason why we keep emphasizing this is that we're going to phase out the direct emailing. So it's very important to sign up for that. So that way, when you'll get the notices via that look like this, that on the share screen where it shows a more formal, but more comprehensive way to keep everybody informed. But really, it's because we're going to phase out the direct emailing by the end of this year. So if later this year you realize, hey, how come I'm not hearing from it's because you got to join the thing there. And then for those who have no email, we will endeavor to call directly. So that's all I have to report for communications at this time.
Okay.
But I see what on the call we do have Bianca and Lori from the committee. Is Bianca, did you have anything else you'd like to share with the group?
Nothing further right now. Thank you.
And Miss Lori, is there anything you'd like to share with, as far as monitoring voicemails or the email system?
No.
Okay.
I think we're
But-
good.
But both of you have been doing great work. I was really impressed by the recent email announcement and the way it was formatted. I think it looks wonderful, and I just think I really appreciate all the work. So initially, when we started the call today, Bianca, you said you don't. Bianca's doing such great work that she doesn't want to step on anyone's toes, but I think you're not at all. I think you're doing the initiative that you're taking is wonderful, and that's what we need in our organization is people taking initiative, and I love it. So the more the better, the more the merrier. Okay.
Yes, I want to emphasize our appreciation for everything that the Communications Committee is doing, getting us updated. So I thank you also. And just to put another emphasis, we are looking for a assistant secretary. We're in need of assistant secretary. And I wanted to plug that in right here at this time with the communications. If there's anyone that's interested or anybody that may know someone that's interested, we just need someone to help our secretary with all the many duties that she has. And we understand that the secretary is the heartbeat of our organization. They keep all the records and everything. So we really would like someone to step up for that position. Next committee, Mr. Wiley is not here for the criminal justice. So the next committee will be economic justice. Mr. Javanal.
Yeah, hi. Reverend Stephen Mack and I met. We discussed the status of the current Black business list. He has been in contact with the mayor's office. I will be following up on my end to get a list of purchasing managers around the airport and the large businesses to see if we can get in touch with them, like for Evraz or other places. And I think that will be next. That'll be part of the phase. It's a work in progress right now. Any questions? Thank you. Short and sweet. Next.
Thank you. Okay, the next committee, education. I just wanted to emphasize the reading pays program that the library and the city of Pueblo have put on, $1 million a reading challenge. They will be giving out $100, I guess gift cards are $100 to place into the kids' bank accounts of youth 0 to 17. They must check out 10 items from the library and then report on one item that they have checked out. I received information that June and July registration is already full. So we only have August. So if you have any children or youth that would want to participate, please go to the Pueblo City Library's website. They must have a library card, which you can register for right on the site as you're looking at the program. But I think it's a really good program, and I just want to see everyone take a part in it. I would like to see all the marginalized communities, their children, to take part in this. And it's at each library. So I was surprised that, both July had already been taken up, but we still have August to sign up, and they're taking 3,000 applicants each month. I was told that if a child received the $100 one month, they couldn't receive it the next month. So hopefully it'll go to 9,000 different children in the Pueblo community. And if, like I said, just go to the library website and get that information. But please do it soon if you have not already signed up for it. Next, we have, I don't think Mark Holmes, was he on the link?
No, he's, I don't see him on the link, unless the person with the phone number 1986-1986, are you, just, can you announce who you are? That way we know who you are.
That's Christine and Florence.
Oh yeah, Miss, is that Miss Florence? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
The finance, the Freedom Fund has already been discussed. Next, we will have legal redress.
Madam President, there is no update for legal redress. That's a good thing. That means we don't have any problems going on at the moment. But I want to really thank my friend Eric for buying lunch the other day. He can have a meeting with me anytime as long as he's buying lunch. That's my report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mack. Next, we have membership, Mr. Willie Hinton.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't have too much to report on the membership. I just hope that everyone received their application okay, and I hope they decide to go ahead and do their thing, and fill it out and turn it in. And yes, I will be able to set up for the 19th of this month. I will be able to set up the membership table to see if we can get any more members. So that's about it for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hinton. And we did receive 8 applications that we need to process. So your applications did get to the folks and they have responded. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Miss Patricia has a question.
Okay.
Mr. Hinton, I don't know if this was a renewal. This is Patricia O'Brien. I don't know if this was a renewal that you sent out, but I didn't receive anything.
You didn't receive anything?
I did not.
Miss
Well,
O'Brien, I just wanted to emphasize, if your date has not expired or is not coming up to expire, then you won't get a reminder. So if your date for your membership is not expiring until, I think, after
That's-
July,
Huh.
you did not get a reminder.
It might be
I see.
next because yours is July 1st, Miss Patricia.
I see. Okay, appreciate it. Appreciate that clarification.
Great.
I'll look forward to paying next month.
Okay. And now that you know, you can go on and do it.
And any other anything else to share, Mr. Hinton?
No, nothing else at this time.
Okay, thank you. And by the way, since Mr. Hurley indicated at the beginning of the meeting that he'd be leaving us soon, Mr. Hurley, did you have anything you'd like to share with the group before you had your appointment?
You are kind to ask, and the answer is no. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Miss Lori had, by the way, had a couple follow-up questions pertaining to Education Committee. Miss Lori, did you want to bring that to Roxana at the moment?
Absolutely. I know there's going to be a lot of children who are underprivileged and don't have internet access. And I was thinking a lot of them won't be able to register for the reading program. And I think it would be a good idea if we were to jump in and kind of help make sure that they are included as well.
Okay. They can also library. So it's not, and the library is every library in each community. So it's Barkman, Greenhorn, Lamb, Lacero, Pueblo West, Rawlings, and Giddon. I don't even know where that one is, but it's in, oh, okay. What, Giddon?
Yeah, it's pronounced Jidon, and it's out in the county by the farms.
Oh, okay, okay. So you can go to the library and fill out the forms also. But I did pick up some of the forms. I don't know how to get them to people, so.
Hey, we can pass them out at the Juneteenth. That would be good.
Good idea.
Yeah, what I'm thinking though is it might be too late by then. So I'm trying to see, you know, like they had told me that today they told me that June and July were already filled. And I was thinking that they were going to do them at the beginning of each month for the 3,000, but they're not. They're taking them in advance. And maybe by next week, the 19th, they may already be filled up. But we will take them out there, but I don't know what we can do to get them to people sooner.
Okay.
But,
and I know that the library had sent them out through the school districts initially as well. And I think they're sending them out through like the Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that too. So hopefully if a lot of those youth are accessing those programs in their communities, they should be receiving it as well.
Okay,
so it shouldn't be that they only know about it if it's online. So I think they've actively been trying to reach those communities too.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's why I like the United Way in Pueblo. It's very comprehensive in how it connects all these organizations together. Right. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you. Next is political action.
So Miss Poole's not on the call, but is with Miss Hunt, is Miss Ivestein White with Miss Hunt on the call?
Yes. We don't have anything right now.
Okay, thank you, Miss White. Let's see. Religious affairs is Pastor Harry Brown.
Yeah, Mr. Brown is not, Reverend Brown is not on the call.
And we have Wins. Miss O'Brien, you have anything?
Madam Chairperson, I'm sorry, I do not have anything to report at this time.
Okay, I do have some information I want to get to you, so I will be contacting you. And
that'd be great.
Some coordination that we might be able to do with another.
And another follow-up question from Maury, a very good question is, I think, when will the committees start meeting up? And now that we're getting more people involved in committees, when will they start meeting up to discuss their own agendas? And I think that might be pertaining to the communications committee particularly, but maybe broadly as well. Is that correct, Ms. Laurie?
Let me answer
Yes.
that. Let me answer that. Each committee chair has been in the process of trying to find folks to work with them on their committees. And as you indicated earlier, I'll get that list out to you with the chairs of every committee. And if you're interested, you can contact the chair and let them know that you're interested in working with them in whatever their endeavors are. But I do know that all the chairs are looking for members or participants on their committees. So I'll get that list out to everyone the first of the week, and then you can start contacting those chairs.
And, and I'll help with that because I'm aware of the committee leaders and I have their contact emails and phone numbers. So what I'll do is I'll just collate that together and email that to Roxana, and that way Roxana can then send an email to the members with that information.
Just instead of just having two entities, you can just send it out to them. You can, okay?
Sure thing. Happy to help.
Okay.
That's a great idea, Lori. I'd like that idea very much, to encourage people the members to contact directly. I like that. That's a good next step.
Yes.
Also pertaining to political action, there was a follow-up question from Ruth Nierenberg. Ruth, did you want to include that question?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm wondering if we might work together, League and NAACP, on forums in the fall for both candidates and for local ballot issues.
Yes, I have no objections to that. We will get with our political action committee and see if we can work on that. So we can have more communication with that later, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. And I also want to thank Ruth for the excellent redistricting form that we presented last month. I felt like it was a success. We got the information out and people are engaged, and there's more to come. So I do want to thank her and the League of Women Voters of Pueblo as well as Colorado for assisting in that forum.
And that video is available online at lwvcolorado.org. And it's edited and everything, so.
Yeah, I think you can find that video on the League's state website. You can find it on the NAACP State Conference website. You can also find it on our own website, the local NAACP website. So great. The unfinished business that we had was in reference to the economic justice empowerment, and we discussed that. So we'll move ahead. The new business was just to be more present and knowledgeable by attending the city council, county commissioner, the school board meetings, just to be to have information beforehand rather than after certain decisions have been made. I just think we used to attend these meetings. We used to have delegates that attend. And I just want to emphasize getting back to that. I know the city council meets the 2nd and 4th, I believe, Monday of the month. And I have to see when the other entities have their meetings. But if anyone's interested in doing that, I just think it would be beneficial for the branch to know what's going on and giving our input up front than trying to wait until after things have been decided. So please think on that for anyone that might want to attend those meetings. Is there any other discussion on that? Does anybody else have anything that, if you think that's a good idea or not? No comments? Okay. We'll go on with our announcements. The Juneteenth celebration will happen at the Bessemer Park this coming Saturday, June 19th from 11 a.m. We will have a membership table set up out there. Thank you, Alan, for the flyer. So please come out and support the Juneteenth Organization of Pueblo. This is a great event. And you'll get a lot of information from it.
If anyone wants to, officially it kicks off at around 11 a.m. But Sylvester Braun told me that people will be arriving as early as 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to set up. So if you're setting up, I intend on being there. I will be here in Pueblo. So I will definitely be there. And I'll help Willie Hinton set up at the membership table as well. Anything I can do to support, because I'm looking forward to it, that in-person vibe.
I have a question. Do you need some help at the membership table? I'd be happy to volunteer.
I'd love that.
Being at the membership table.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's all, Mr. Hinton, would you mind if we arrived about 9 a.m.? That would give us 2 hours to kind of load and set up and just, chat with our fellow organizations. Is that okay? 9 a.m. okay?
Not okay is okay with me.
All right. Well, I will be there. I will be there, or I will be square.
And that way you can get a good spot, because I'm hearing there's going to be several people with tables, over 15 tables. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I know it's, I want to encourage happy, healthy lives in Pueblo. So I will be masked up just as a precaution, but it depends on what everyone's comfortable with. If some people's comfortable with masking, some people have been vaccinated, whatever, but just, I would suggest if you haven't been vaccinated, or if you want to, as a precaution, it's still okay to mask up. You won't be looked at like a Martian or anything. So.
Right.
So is somebody going to let us know about what time to be at the membership table?
9 a.m. We can. I
don't really want to be there for the whole time, but I don't, because it's the whole.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll help Willie set up at 9, and then Miss Patricia, if you want to, anytime 11 a.m. and after, really, that way, because then people will start showing up by 11 and they'll be there. But really, the event will run from 11 till 5. So any time that you have available, between that window between 11 and 5 p.m. will be effective, because that's when the public will be.
That's 8 hours, so maybe we could split it up.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna, of course. That's why it's volunteer. Anyone, you give what you can. Right. It's all good.
And I plan on being out there also, but yes, the public will be
as well.
Yeah, so the public will
Mhm.
be coming at, it opens up to the public at 11, so it's 11 to 5. Okay.
Great.
The next announcement is the Pueblo Town Hall meeting, which is, do you have the flyer for that also, Alan? I think I sent it to you. Memorial Hall.
Oh. I'll check. I'll see if I can bring it up in my email too.
Memorial Hall, June 23rd. And they're just talking about Pueblo and its future. They have a catchphrase that I forgot. That's this, but I think you should be to know what's going on again, just to be in the know about what they're planning, what they have already planned, and where they're trying to take, where they want to take Pueblo.
President Mack, this is Sol.
Yeah.
Will you please
Thank
repeat again who's putting it together? I missed that.
Oh, it's the Pueblo Town Hall meeting. So it's been put together by the mayor's office.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I thought I had sent it out to be placed on our website, but and I didn't copy the information. So other
But
than
yes, yeah, I was not able to find it in my
Okay.
emails. You sent town halls pertaining to there's a lot of town halls
Okay.
since around.
So it will be June the 23rd, 5:30 to 7 o'clock. And I'm sure you can go on the government website and get the information.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, and it will be in person at Memorial Hall, and if for those who want to watch it on Facebook Live, they can go to facebook.com/Pueblo BERT, BERT. BERT is an acronym for Business Economic Recovery Team. So I'll share that link in the chat as well in a moment.
Okay. Oh, one Pueblo, that's the catchphrase. One Pueblo. And the last thing, get the information there. Everybody got that information? The last thing on the agenda for the announcements is the national conference, 112 years. The theme is moving forward. No, the theme was fighting forward. I'm sorry. The theme was fighting forward. And if you want to join, you can go on the site and register for that on the national site. And lastly, Is there any other announcements or comments or anything for the good of the meeting? Membership?
I do. I have three things I need to.
Oh, okay, Kathy, great.
Do I have the floor?
It's your turn, Kathy.
Yay. I have three things. As you know, I'm a member of the Human Relations Commission. We had our strategic plan approved by the mayor's office and the Board of County Commissioners some months ago for 2021 and 2022. And I thought two of the items I thought it would be interest to you out of the five. One of them is the commission is going to be honoring Hispanic Heritage Month in September. And they're going to be kicking off a student art contest. And the student art contest will be art from grade school all the way to college. So PCC and CSU Pueblo will be submitting entries, and the winning entries will be featured in a 2022 calendar that the commission was going to be funding. And it'll be one art item per month. And again, it'll be reflecting of the Hispanic Heritage Month theme for 2021. And there'll be calendars. I think we're at this point deciding how many calendars we're going to be purchasing of the winners. And they're going to be taking in some sponsors, but this is going to be the first time this is going to be done, and it's going to be really exciting. Tom Kerrigan is going to be heading that up. The second thing is the commission is going to be in 2021, 2022, creating an event endowment for the community, meaning that if you're a 501(c)(3) organization in the community, you can apply for funds in order to hold for your organization. So again, it's an endowment program, and you can apply for funds. And I'm not quite sure what the limit is. I think it's $2,500. And so that's the initial for. So again, you could apply for the funds, and if they're approved, the money will go directly to the organization. And the event has to be held, I think, within 6 months of the endowment. And those are the two programs that I thought of interest that would be of interest to you. The last thing I wanted to share with you is I have been honored to ask to join the mayor's task force for the American Rescue Program. And I'm going to be on that task force with some other community members. And again, it was kind of an honor to be asked to do this. And we've had 2 meetings already. And Pueblo's share of the American Rescue Program is $37.1 million. And the mayor indicated that this is to quote him, he said, this is a once in a lifetime monetary infusion of cash into the community. And we have already taken in 40 different community proposals, and we're not stopping. They're still taking in community proposals. And there were 13 proposals from the city. The total right now of those proposals is $108 million. So again, as he said, there'll be some winners and some losers, some people who will get their proposal funded and others will. He's still taking in proposals, and we are going to be looking at them in its entirety and their details. I believe you mentioned the broadband. I think it was it Bianca or someone on the call mentioned, oh, Lord. Yes, the city, that is actually one of the proposals from the city to expand the broadband. They're going to be asking for 3.6 million. One of the proposals is actually the summer reading program. They've asked for $500,000. So again, we're going to be looking through these proposals. What the mayor has done, well, actually, they've set up 7 what they called pillars, and the 7 pillars of interest. And the money is going to be dealt out in accordance with the federal legislation for the American Rescue Plan. You have to follow what the guidelines of federal government along these 7 pillars. And that's what these proposals are. The first pillar is individual households. The second is tourism and hospitality. The third one is youth. The fourth one is nonprofits. The fifth one is small business. The sixth one is infrastructure. And the seventh one is community reliance. So there are a majority of these proposals are nonprofits. So again, if you know of a nonprofit out there or a small business or an organization that would like to submit a proposal for some of these funds, they are still taking in proposals. So again, one of the things that quickly I learned is that these are coming in hot and heavy with large ticket items, such as, I'll give you a quick example, Posada requesting emergency and affordable housing is about $1 million. Keating School, building restoration and conversion. And there are several others, all Pueblo Grove seating kits, $1 million. Access Pueblo, Point Pueblo, which is providing funds for Department of Transportation. That's a couple $1 million. So it goes on and on. The Pueblo Zoo asking for money for the repairing their water lines. So a lot of this is great. I hope that they get their funding. But again, they're asking for more proposals, and there are, if you go to the city website, there are forms on there for a nonprofit to apply for funds, so we can divvy up the $37.1 million. So again, it's an honor to be asked to participate in this task force, and I hope that we can also look in terms of other funding that's down the road from the American Jobs Act, that off the big infrastructure program that currently President Biden is negotiating with the Congress. And so the mayor has asked the task force to be creative, to not only look at the funds coming down the road that we have half of the American Rescue Plan in the bank right now, 18 million, and we're expecting the additional 18 million. But again, he's asking that we look at creatively of other funds that from the state and the Jobs Act to maybe taking some of these current proposals and kind of delaying these until we get additional funding from the federal government. So it's all positive. But the funding has to rescue us as a community and look at how we can really emphasize how we can build up more small businesses and the infrastructure and help our nonprofits as well. So again, I wanted to share with you this exciting news for our community. And one of the things I learned in the last two meetings is that $37 million is not going to go very far. It sounds like a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. So hopefully we'll get more than that in order to help with our community. So any questions? I know that's quite a bit, but a lot of good things are happening.
Great. Is there any way, where can we find that information like this? Is all of that on the city website?
Yes.
Yes, some of it is, and some of it isn't.
Like the pillars, would that be on the?
I have the mayor's PowerPoint presentation, which he rolled all of this out, and I could share that with you. I can send it to you. I have that.
Okay.
Forms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thanks.
Sure. So you were talking about Black-owned businesses.
Mhm.
I mean, that would be great to share the form. I was looking at the list of proposals, and it was out of the 40, I only saw 2 small businesses. And I would encourage any small business impacted by the pandemic, where their business was impacted and they had to lay off folks, or they went out of business and they want to get back. This would be a great time to apply for funds at this point to help them with these proposals. So I can send you. I can forward the form to you to share with anybody.
Okay, great. Because that's what we're talking about. We want to make sure some of it gets to some of the little folks, and not all the money that always goes to some of these other organizations that always get the money, and they have already gotten the money. So, and then there's barriers that people are telling me as I compile the list of barriers that they have even by putting in the application. So we just want to make sure everyone it's an equitable system, and the mayor understands that not just the big folks always get everything. He needs to look at other folks.
Well, there were out of the 7 pillars of interest, I had volunteered for the nonprofit and the small business. So if I had their applications, I could help them get it through the system, so they can have consideration.
That sounds great. Okay.
That's all.
I did also put the link for the city's ARPA page in the chat. So that is available there. And I believe that the slideshow is on that
Was it on
webpage
there?
as well.
Okay. Great. And I'm sure the mayor will be talking about it at the town hall.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, thank you, Kathy, for that information. It is exciting. It is. And I'm glad we have someone on the committee too.
Yeah. And just keep in mind that we can see more money coming down the pike. But we want to be creative. And I got a little bit discouraged at that. I thought, there's a lot of need out there in our community. And I thought, wow, $37 million, like he said, it's a chance of a lifetime, but there's more funds coming down the road within the next 6 to 8 months.
Okay, well, thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Kathy on that beautiful presentation? Okay, if not, I think that's all we have. Is there any more?
Bianca has one.
Oh, Bianca, okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I just have a quick update and announcement. The city was looking at adding an additional financial empowerment program specifically for the unbanked and underbanked individuals in our community, looking to help with banking access, working with the financial institutions to ensure that they have nationally certified accounts that are safe and affordable for these individuals. Unfortunately, City Council had a 3-3 vote on it lying within the city. However, fortunately, United Way has stepped in to oversee that program, and I will be overseeing a Bank On fellow that we are working on hiring currently. We're going to be putting together a coalition of community programs and financial institutions, federal regulators, to help push this through in our community, ensure that folks are not being taken advantage of by our banking institutions, and that they have a clear, happy, positive person to speak to at the banks that can help them get set up with accounts that are safe and affordable and also beneficial for them. So you'll be hearing more about that from us in the future. I'm hoping to get this new fellow hired and started by the 21st of this month. It's going to be a fast and furious process for us, but I hope that we are able to also work with the NAACPs. I know this was an arm that was very important, and I keep forgetting the gentleman's name that spoke to us during one of the meetings about getting involved, the city's getting involved in the financial empowerment piece. So just keep me in the loop. I will try to stay as on it as I can, and we want to make sure that we're getting proper representation all across Pueblo County.
Okay, great. I think that was Dan Katz.
Yes.
And now that's another thing. That's why I said we need to start going to the meetings with that vote. I heard about the vote, but was that about, we were thinking that they need an entity in the school systems to teach financial management, about banking and things of that sort. So the kids know from a young age, and not just have something where people can come to, because if it's required, then we know that that they are getting the information. Is that a part of what you're doing also?
Not with this specific program, but I will tell you that that conversation is happening citywide, that's definitely something that's needed, especially as we're seeing this issue be generational. You know, we learn from our parents and what, you know, our grandparents taught them, and it goes and goes and goes. So that's the area of financial stability is something that is getting a new lens from both the state level all the way down to our community. So I will tell you that that is definitely conversations that are happening and coming down the pike.
Okay, great. Because we want to be in those conversations. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other announcements? Any other comments?
Yes, President Mack, I just felt that this would be very appropriate for us to share that we were both together on Friday at a meeting in which we evaluated the entire process surrounding, you know, FEMA and the outreach and what went well and all that sort of thing. So I don't know if you want to share a little bit, and maybe we can both try to just give them an idea of some of the feedback that came up. I know we're down to like 1 or 2 minutes. So, but I just really think it's important.
I'm going to let you do that. So.
All right, sounds great. So some of the things that, you know, we informed them about was just a lot of the cultural pieces that were missing to really outreach to individuals. I shared how I had provided translation at some of the sites. And then on one occasion when I wasn't there to translate, I was just there to get vaccinated. I ended up having to stay because, you know, all the Spanish speakers were arriving right, you know, close to 5 p.m. and no one was available. And so I feel that we did a really good job. I was really proud of all the voices that were in the room who were loud and clear and just sharing all the barriers and ways that, you know, knock on wood, you know, God forbid if it were to happen again or any other type of emergency, that we would have more options and just more channels of communication to reach individuals who are not necessarily glued to their computers, for example.
Yeah, and I just wanted to reemphasize, it was the communications. That was one of the big barriers, the communicating of information to all the entities, the needed entities in the community. There was some information that got out and some didn't, and it caused a delay. I emphasized that the mobile units that they started could have started sooner than later. But I think they're hearing us. The FEMA will be pulling out on tomorrow, I believe. The state fairgrounds will be ending the vaccines, this vaccine clinics and things. So everything is going to be going through the state's initiative. So it's not gone. We'll still be able to get the vaccines and things of that sort, as we emphasize that there'll be a mobile unit at the Juneteenth celebration. There'll be a mobile unit at the July cookout for the NAACP. But there were some flaws. And we realized that FEMA was an agency that just gets all the folks together and disseminate what's needed. And some stuff got lost. But we were excited that they were here. And I think they heard us yesterday. And so if anything happens again, hopefully things will work out a little better. But thanks so for bringing that up. Okay, is there anything else?
So I'd asked if there'll be t-shirts at the Juneteenth event.
I'm not sure.
Well, when I speak with Mr. Hinton, I'll see if we have any t-shirts to spare.
We have some extra t-shirts on for the voting that the NAACP sent for us. I think it's too late to order t-shirts. Is she talking about for sale or just for us to wear as
I think to wear.
Yeah. I have some, but they're big sizes. With the COVID
Mhm.
component. I mean, I think it's too late for us to order T-shirts to have them here by the Juneteenth or celebration, but we might be able to get some for the July cookout.
Very good.
So send me your T-shirt size.
Great.
That's something that we can do as an organization. So send me your T-shirt size.
And also, Miss Lori had emailed you and I just now the link to a spreadsheet for a list of Black-owned businesses.
Okay.
Would it be, so that should be in your email inbox, and maybe perhaps by the next meeting, once you look at it, maybe we could encourage sharing that link in one of our member meetings, so that way people can access it and add to it.
Yeah, and we will contact those folks sooner than later in reference to, filling out the forms to get assistance from the American Rescue Act. So, okay, is there anything else in the chat? No, okay. I think we are at we're about 5 minutes over. So if there's nothing else to report, I thank everyone for attending the June meeting. I look forward to seeing everyone at the city park next month, June 10th. We're just gonna have some fun and give out information to the public, and hopefully we can reach some of the marginalized communities in the services that we are bringing to that cookout. If Mr. Jones can dismiss us in a prayer, we will.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for the being with us in our meeting time. We ask for your continuous guidance as we leave this meeting and do that which is beneficial for the people, that which is necessary. We ask for the guidance and blessings upon the peoples, and pray that those who are not with us this time may be with us the next time, with your presence and your guidance. We ask that this be done in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Please remember to bring your chairs at for the out next month. Good afternoon.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.